Good day and welcome to the webinar. Thank you for joining. It's going to be an interactive webinar where we want you to be participating, interacting, do some giveaways. A lot of exciting things we're going to speak about. New releases coming in this quarter. Some devices I'm only going to mention, not going to show today, but let us have a look at what these devices are that Yealink will offer to you as a Microsoft Teams user. So just as an overview, you might see some new products. You might have seen us quoting on some of these products or talking about these products. This is the complete product range currently available from Yealink. Let's have a look at who Yealink is. Yealink has built themselves up to be the #1 SIP provider in the world. They've really come a long way in the products they've got available to the market in the UC space. And they've also developed a massive range for Microsoft Teams. You had the MBC 800, then you had the MBC 800-2. Today I'm going to be showing you the MBC 840. So they've really come a long way with the products they've got available. There's a bunch of new models also that I will be displaying to you. They've got 3 global warehouses. They've got 2,000 plus employees, percent spent in research and development. So it's a company really taking care of you as a user or as a partner to make installations easy or to make the use of the products easy. So, first product up is you can win a WH66. I'll be showing you a bit later if you've not seen the release videos from Yealink or from myself. This prize is up for grabs. All I need you to do is tag me in a LinkedIn post telling me what your favorite product you see today. If you don't have me on LinkedIn, send us an email with a screenshot as evidence of that, and we will be selecting a lucky winner for this product. It's a really great product and you can't miss out on it. So, your favorite product, let us know what it is. So today we'll be looking at the Teams Room devices. We'll be looking at bring your own devices, desktop phones, headsets, Yealink device management, and a live demo of some of these products. So first up, the MTRs. So there's a great way to distinguish between the 2 models. There's a Windows version, there's an Android version, separate explanations on both to help you understand what would be the best place to use it, what would be the best place to sell these devices. So let's look at MTR. MTR, Microsoft Teams Room, is a Windows-based platform, comes with a PC. So the current solution that's available is the MBC 300. The new solution that will be available is MBC 320. The official dates that will be available, or that will be Teams certified, I will make that available as soon as we've got that. The MBC 500 with the wireless mics, you'll have 2 options, the current MBC 4 or the MBC 640. For the MBC 800, it will be the MBC 840, and for the extra large room, is the MBC 900, and what will be available is the MBC 940. The official team certification dates, I will share that as soon as they are certified. So these are the current available devices. So what has changed? So it's basically the camera that changed. It's an upgraded camera. I'll show you the specs of the camera. On the MBC 500 to 640, it's the M speech, and it is the camera. So your mic and speaker will be replaced with the M speech. I'll also show you what is the M speech. So the core still stays the same. The installation of it still stays the same. Still stays the easy RJ45 connected from the PC to the touch panel. First, let's have a look at the UVC 84. UVC 84 is a 4K camera, 80-degree field of view, 12 times zoom camera, supports auto framing, and it's got a USB port. Now there is a catch. You cannot connect wireless mics. There will be new wireless mics available late Q2, Q3. It's something I can't show to you today. There is still the MBC 500 available if you do want a room with wireless mics. So it is something we still have in stock. It's something that's still available. But for your large rooms, the MBC 800, MBC 840, there is no current wireless mics available. So let's look at the MBC 320. The MBC320, what's basically being replaced is the CP900 with the M speech. Now, if you've joined Microsoft Ignite last year, you would have seen them speaking about the new AI in rooms. So what am I talking about AI? I'm talking about artificial intelligence. So this device will have a mic array available in it for the best pickup. It supports a second unit if you want to cascade them on a 2.5mm extension. And it will support Microsoft Cortana and Microsoft Transcription. In case you're not sure what that basically is, here is just a screenshot of what it would look like. So you would switch on Cortana. It will be available on that device, not available on the CP900. Switch it on, and wirelessly, without connecting, you just say, hey, Cortana, join my meeting. At the end, Cortana, end my meeting, reduces the touch. The reason for that is also not just AI, but for people that's still concerned about COVID. So I think it's a great add-on that you could add to your room, to your boardrooms, to help with the rollout of COVID-friendly areas. Installation of a MBC320. So you'll install the M core with the M touch. So your M core would be installed as close as possible to the camera. Don't extend the camera where we're not needed. Install it maybe behind the screen or where you've got space in the different boardrooms, and you just connect your camera to there, and HDMI from your TV into the M core. From there on, it's an RJ45 cable, whatever that cable route is. If it's into the roof, down through the boardroom, you just connect it through to there. What the M Touch will give you is you connect your USB speakerphone, your M Speech, to there, and you'll be able to use USB-C or HDMI content sharing. I'll get into the content sharing pieces. The next device is the MBC400. MBC400 is a very nice device. It's an all-in-one bar mic, speaker, camera. It supports speaker tracking and auto framing. And then you've got your in-core kit, that's your PC and your touch panel. So auto framing and speaker tracking is something that we need to have a look at so that you do understand what would be the difference between the two. So the first piece is auto framing. So auto framing is basically capturing the amount of people in the boardroom and adjusting the camera accordingly so that all the people are captured in the boardroom. So that you also don't capture a whole boardroom. So that is a very key feature to understand what is auto framing. The second part is speaker tracking. So speaker tracking is basically following the person actively speaking. The current device is only the MBC400 that supports this. There will be a future product available that I also can't mention to you currently, but there is something coming for bigger boardrooms. So speaker tracking follows the active person. Looking at the installation, this is the easiest device to install. So you would hook up HDMI into your M-Core PC. You connect your USB from the camera, mic, and speaker all in one bar into the PC, and you would connect over Cat5 the M-Touch. And there you'll still have USB-C HDMI content sharing. I hope you guys listened, because right now I want you to, in the comment Q&A part, please tell me, what is the device that supports speaker tracking and auto framing? Easy giveaway. Come on, guys. I want to give this to someone. I'll find out very soon who that person would be. We'll publish the first answer, and everybody would see who the winner is. Continuing on to your medium rooms, NBC640. So your NBC640 is a 12x zoom camera. So there is no longer the 5x zoom camera. It was available for medium rooms. So the medium and the large rooms would use the same camera. It's got different mic and speakers. So in your 640, you've got the M speech to assist with AI in the room. The large room will come with 2 to 4 wireless mics, wired mics. You could go up to 6 mics. So that's also an upgrade from 4 mics. You could go up to 6 mics right now. The system comes with 2 mics. Looking at the installation of the device, slightly more complex, but not really that complicated. So you'd have a soundbar. The soundbar connects to the camera. That's still the same. Your mic still on RJ45 connects to the camera, powers up from the camera. HDMI from your TV or to any of the room supports 2 or dual HDMI. So you could hook up 2 screens. If you want to put more screens, you'd use a splitter to get to the amount of screens you would need. And from there out, you've still got the RJ45, powers up the touchscreen, and you've got HDMI and USB-C content sharing. Looking at a large boardroom or auditorium or training room where you would need multi-cameras, there's an NBC 940 available. You could go up to 9 cameras. How would these cameras hook up? That's most probably the question I get the most. So you connect it up to a PoE switch, and that connects to a camera hub. So the display of it, you can set different presets. So you can only display 1 camera, you could display all cameras, depending on what you want to push through, or if you just want to focus on a section of the boardroom or of your teaching environment. So you could switch to content, you can switch to the teacher, to the students, whatever you want to display, you just need to set it up as a preset. Content sharing. So you've got different ways to do content sharing. You can do USB-C, got an HDMI adapter. So if you don't have USB-C yet, there's an HDMI adapter that comes with the device. Or you can add a WPP20. A WPP20 is a wireless presentation pod that you could use to share content in the room or into the call. If you're not limited to just one of the two, you could share it into the call or into the room. Content camera. So a content camera is still a very unique solution from Microsoft that they created. So if you've got a whiteboard in your boardroom, you hook this up, and if you want to display content to what you guys are discussing in the meeting, you push the content camera through to the meeting. Basically, it blurs you out and it display the content more clearly to the people joining from the far end. Looking at the different camera mic options that's available, so you've got the wired mic, VCM34, got a VCM38, so that's a ceiling mic. It's got a 40 square meter pickup range. Then you've got the CPW90s, which still works with the NBC 500. Then you've got your UBC 40, that's an all-in-one solution. And you've got your CP 900. Looking at the ceiling mics, so you would hook this up to a PoE switch. It does not daisy chain like the desk mics, so you need to pull through a cable from your switch to the device to every mic that you are putting in the room. Looking at kind of a setup, this is what it would look like. So if you wanted to add a second speaker to your environment, you could do that through a PoE switch. You could connect up your microphones also through the PoE switch. It will be a different switch from what you would use in a large room if you wanted to use multiple cameras. So your multiple cameras would be one switch, and then your audio would be another switch. So a lot of names for Teams rooms on Android, MTR on Android, collaboration bars. So Teams rooms on Android is the official name from Microsoft. So basically, this is for a huddle space that you would add to your environment. One of the drawbacks is you can't join Zoom or WebEx meetings like you could with the Windows-based one. So this would be for focus rooms that you would join internal meetings mostly from, for people using multiple boardrooms for the environment. This would be a more cost-effective add-on solution that you could add to those boardrooms. So the device is currently available is a VC210, the meeting bar A20 or the meeting bar A30. So the difference between these devices, field of view. So your A20 supports the widest view. So if you had to flush mount against the wall, with a table against that wall, I would always recommend the A20. These devices would support dual screens. Not the VCT10, the A20 and A30 will support dual screens. You could bring Microsoft Whiteboard into it. So you just share the whiteboard from your laptop and everybody can interact on that live whiteboard. And if you hook this up to a touch screen like the C-Touch, you could integrate the whiteboard with the C-Touch and use it in the call. Then it supports auto framing, and then the A20 and A30 supports speaker tracking also. If you wanted to go for a medium room, the A30 would be the recommended device. The touch panel is optional extra. So if you did want to add the touch panel to your solution, you could add the CTP20. Obviously, it's suggested if you're not going to go for a touch screen. So if you're not going to have a touch screen in the front, like the C-Touch, then rather add the touch panel just to make the control easier and the joining of meetings easier instead of going for a remote. Optional extra, your VCH51 for sharing via HDMI or your wireless presentation port, your WPP20. Please do remember this is Android based. Installing of it, so it's kind of like the MVC 400, but you don't need the new PC because it's all built into the bar. So if you just wanted to put down the bar, you would just have your TV in front here with the bar. Recommended touch control for that control in the room for your microphone, speakers, or anything like that. Then, if you're going to join a call, you would join it from your touch screen if you put a touch screen in the room. So this is just kind of an example how it would work. One thing to know about is depending on the version you're using, so there will be a newer version where it will look like MTR, but your original version had this join button for you to join instead of using a calendar invite. So your content sharing, HDMI, USB-C, or the WPP20, these are your optional extras if you wanted to present from different people's laptops and you did not want to join the call from your laptop to do this content sharing. Let's look at the BYD devices or USB devices that's available. So if you're going to look at a boardroom, you've got a UVC30 CP900 BYD model that was released last year. UVC40 BYD was late last year, and then the UVC84 BYD kit. So depending on your environment, small or large rooms where you would need this device. So the BYD box is quite a unique box that's available. It's got your USB input for your camera, your mic speakers, and for your screen. So when you walk into a boardroom, you would just use this USB-C connector or USB 3.0, connect it into your laptop, and you'll be able to do content sharing, join any meeting from your laptop, if that's Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, WebEx, whatever invite you've got onto your laptop, and you don't want to be stuck down to a Microsoft Teams environment. You want just to have an open office available or boardroom available, you could use the BYD box. Let's have a look at the desktop phones. So this is the current range on top that, or the range that was available last year. So you still had the T4 range for Skype for Business, you had the T5 range for Microsoft Teams. This year, you've got the MP50, which is a USB phone. I'll show you guys in the live demo what this would look like. You've got the MP52 coming very soon. So that's a non-color screen. That's what Microsoft also announced at Ignite last year. And the current models is the MP54, MP56, MP58. You could also add an expansion module for your reception area, and you still have the CP960 conference phone available. So let's look at the exciting USB phone. I think it's one of the most exciting devices we'll see this year. It runs the same type of environment as the WH66 headset. I'll show that to you also. So you just connect power to the device, connect your USB to your laptop. So a use case for this would be people still working from home. They can take the phone home. You don't have to worry about powering it up, getting a PoE injector, making sure internet's stable. You run everything from your laptop. So your intelligence sits on your laptop. Then it comes with a 4-inch touchscreen. You could add a busy light. So that would come in handy for a call center environment. And another part where a busy light would become handy is in a hot desking environment, because people might not know each other in that setup. So for hot desking, this is also quite cool. You just walk in with your laptop, you connect it up. If it's not Teams, not a problem. You can still use it as connected to any other UC platform. And one cool thing I tested this week, I've not released the video yet that we're busy making, but you can connect your cell phone to here on Bluetooth. So it could be your all-in-one device to use when answering calls or making calls. So let's look at the headsets. So this is the current headset ranges available: the UH34, the UH36, WH62, WH63, WH66, and WH67. Coming soon, Bluetooth wireless headset. So that's something to keep an eye on. So the wired headsets, it's a USB device, Teams certified, so you've got a Teams button on it to open up your Teams application when you want to make a call. Then you've got the wireless version, which we'll spend some time on, and I'll show you some interesting info around it. So the UH34, this will be the new headset that's available from us. We should have stock pretty soon. I think in the next 2 weeks we're getting our stock on the UH34s. Later on there will be a UH34 Lite that will be the exact same version with foam ear cushions. Depending on your preference, that is something to have a look at. The UH36 have got a quick disconnect where the UH34 don't, so it's a straight cable into your laptop. Let's have a look at the UC Workstation. So it's bringing together all these devices that you see on here. It's a USB hub, it's a headset, it's a speakerphone. So that clears up clutter on your desk and creates a nice device. You can also add a wireless charger to the device. So if you want to charge your laptop or your phone on there and have everything neatly stored without a lot of cables on there. So let's look at a video around this.
What does your workspace look like? This, or this? It's time to redefine your workspace by Yealink UC Workstation. Aiming to create a simplified and efficient workspace, Yealink presents the concept of research and development of series of audio devices, bringing all-in-one working experience. The UC Workstation makes it easy to manage calls and meetings from phones, laptops, or phone by connecting multiple devices using a USB cable or the Bluetooth. On a 4-inch touchscreen, you can control functions such as call answering, switching between calls, muting, and speakerphone mode with a single touch. Compatible with multiple UC platforms, it delivers a unified, simple, and visible user experience of operation and management. Configured with wireless charger, the mobile phone can also be used during charging on it. The UC Workstation integrates speakerphone, USB hub, and busy light, and supports high-density installation which brings more simple and efficient experience to everyone. Whether you are working in an open office, home office, or independent office, you can always enjoy the company of Yealink UC Workstation and the fun of unified communication, wireless workspace, efficient communication, and seamless collaboration. Yealink UC Workstation redefine your workspace.
So I think that's quite an exciting device, changing the way we work, working from home, working from the office, creating less clutter on your desk. I think that's really a great device. Now, the one thing that brings everything together is the Yealink device management platform. If you are going to have devices in the field, it's important to manage them from an IT perspective. This is why it's great if you're going to go with headsets, room solutions, handsets from Yealink, because you've got one platform to look after all your devices. From provisioning to an on-prem or in the cloud deployment, Microsoft devices brings it all together into one platform for you to do batch deployment, device management, to get or to do remote diagnostics, to get analytics, to get any type of info you would need from flat battery, and that's why the device is not working, to core quality that didn't go as well planned. Brings all of this for you together into one space. So you've got your remote management for the IT, either in the cloud, on premise, all of your phones, being it Teams or SIP phones, doesn't matter, to your room devices, to your USB devices. And all you need to do is add the USB software from Yealink onto all the laptops we're running, USB headsets or speakerphones, so you could manage those devices. So let's have a live demonstration available of the devices that's available. One of the first devices I want to mention is the WPP20. Most probably the one I mentioned the most without spending time on talking about the device. The device would be in your boardroom. You can make it kind of fixed with security wire around here so people can't take it thinking it's a dongle. And if your concern is people might leave with it accidentally, don't worry, because it is heavy on the one side. So when somebody picks up their laptop, you would immediately have this piece hanging. When you want to share content, there's a button here that will be green. Just click on it and it would start sharing your content. Same with the boardroom devices. So this is your 820 bar that you could mount below your screen, and it's a neat installation. So it also comes with your privacy shutter. So after a meeting, the device would close, the camera, and you would feel more safe to use that boardroom. A lot of people are concerned about it, so Yealink is addressing this into those boardrooms. Up to a 6-meter boardroom kind of installation if we're going with length, or maximum 8-seater boardroom. Then looking at the WH62. So this is the same headset that we'll use, WH63, same as a WH67. So this is your all-in-one device that you would use for meetings. It's also coming with different earpods. So you could choose your wearing style if you wanted to clip on the over the ear, or if you wanted to go over the head. So it makes it nice for different type of use cases. The last device I want to speak about is the NP50. So this is what your device would look like. It also has, like the WH66 videos you've seen, a USB hub. So if you wanted to connect your camera through to there with a USB or wireless mouse and keyboard. So if you basically want to just power to your device and you connected up a camera to that device and a USB dongle for your mouse and keyboard, then you literally just have got two cables connected. It's your USB cable for your phone with your camera connected there and your mouse and keyboard connected onto there. So going back to another prize to win. I hope you guys are sending through questions, because question number 5 will win a UH34 headset. That is available. Keep on sending those questions through. Let's jump into a Q&A session and see what questions are available. And while we are looking at the Q&A session, I've just brought up the slide for you to show you what is available for the different spaces, from your meeting room, BYOD solutions, phones that's available, your personal devices available, and your device management. So Yealink really has got an all-in-one solution for your Microsoft Teams environments. Give me a moment. I just want to jump to the questions, and then we'll start answering those questions right now. Okay, so we'll get in touch with the person that said MBC 400. So let's just see. So there was a question: does Yealink device management apply to the MTR for Android range as well? That is a great question, which I actually don't have the answer for. It is something that I will definitely get the answer for you today. We'll just grab your contact details and let you know about that. What device am I currently using for the live demo? I'm using an NBC 300 for the live demo. So with the UBC 30 camera, CP900, that's the device I'm using. Is there a portal to manage rooms centrally to update firmware? Yes, there is. You could use the Yealink device management platform, Rajan. It is available. I know you've bought some MBC devices. Your first 1,000 devices are free for the first 3 years on the current device, so we can make that available to you. Then see if I've missed any questions here. Go back up, sorry, maybe I didn't start that. I did not miss this. A30. The part swap. Yes, the A30 supports auto framing and speaker tracking. On the Teams meeting room solution, is there any way to use the room device, mic and speakers connected via USB for another platform? So you could integrate a third-party solution. You can get in touch with me, James, in regards to that. There is ways that you could do that. Yealink are looking at a solution like that. I can't say a lot about it right now. But yes, there are two third-party devices I know of that you could use to use your MTR, your Microsoft Teams Room, MBC 800 or 500. Should be a BYD solution also when you've got a third-party meeting that's not Teams. But for Teams, Zoom, and WebEx, you could join any of those meetings from there. That is all the questions I see right now. If I've missed something, I do apologize. You're welcome to get in touch, and we'll be in touch. Just make sure we didn't miss any questions. and see your message. Just give me 1 second. I just want to confirm something quickly. And then for the WH66 winner, the first person that did answer was Rajan. Congratulations. We'll be in touch with the WH66 to organize getting it to you. So if there is no more questions that came in while I said that, it doesn't look like there's any more questions. Thank you all for joining the webinar. If you have any requirement to see any of the devices on a call or come through to our office, you're more than welcome. And have a great day. Thanks everyone for joining.